Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everybody, I'm Roslan Effendi here and I'm with Encik Ariffin, and he is somehow a very experienced former leader from many companies in the past, and his specialization is very much in logistic supply chain segment or industries. So we are very happy to have you, Encik Ariffin, joining us in this session, and we are having ourselves with an audience that is the younger leaders out there looking into upgrading themselves to a C-suites level in the futures. So we are very interested to actually look into your vast experience and abundance of wisdom on, maybe we can talk about it, what seems to be the challenge that you faced at that time, and how did you overcome that, so that it could be a lesson learned or a key takeaway that our audience out there can use as a bit and pieces. So this one question that I have in my mind that I like to go through your profile. What is the most important leadership lesson you learned from running a complex cold chain network in the past when you were serving cold chain network? Can you just let us through what was the experience back then?
Sure, Roshan. I think thank you for the question. I think this is a very important question. So I think for me, the leadership lesson that I learned in running a supply chain organization, in this case, is that you need two things. You need the right people, and you need the right skills, and also you need the right empowerment. So at the end of the day, to run a business, people matter the most. But the people have to be, as I mentioned, the right people, the right qualifications, and the right attitude, which is and these people, once you empower them, once they know what they have to do, and more importantly, once they know why they have to do it, they will in fact run the business for you. So that for me is one of the key attributes of leadership. Let others do their work and produce common results.
So can you share back then when you were in CC and running a group of people, that a leadership team that you entrusted or you empowered them to be taking over the operation in CC and successfully or effectively, what would be your basic working principles that you like them to master and take it as their habits, so that they will do their job effectively?
Okay. Again, I think that's another good question. I employ this principle where, and I mentioned this also in the company, and I always say that it's not my money, but it's my business. So ownership for me and accountability is very important.
I see.
For you to run your job, or for them to run their jobs, they must feel a sense of ownership. It's almost as if they own the company, but they don't. There are other shareholders, of course. But you must feel like you own the company. And if you feel like you own the company, you'll be accountable for your results. And you'll feel for wanting to win. And that's, for me, I think it's important. You must own the company.
So this is something like instilling an entrepreneurship kind of a mindset in each of your team members, so that they feel that the company is theirs.
Absolutely.
They will do their best to make sure that the company survive and scale,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
So it's a combination of basically entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. So they have to have the entrepreneurship mindset to work for the to do their best for the company, but internally they must have the innovative ideas that they want to generate to help the company be productive.
I see. Can you share with us, based on your experience, how do you cultivate a culture of innovativeness in your team, so that they bring all this nice idea on the table, have it discussed, and then implement it, so that the company will enjoy abundant wealth of the value creation from that?
Okay. I think that's also, I think, a very important thing to infuse in people. I think to infuse this creativity in people, you must give them the space to come up with any idea they want. Large idea, small idea. No idea is not important. Every idea is important, because even if you had an idea that was, for instance, considered small, but when a group comes together, we can discuss the idea, brainstorm the idea, and make it big. So we have to create this culture of, let's say, no idea is not, every idea is important. That's the first thing. You have to put the forums in place, and typically it is the small group activities that all across the organization, from top management to shop floor. So once you put this organization in place, where people can come together and they can share ideas, and management must be open to any idea with which they can also then develop. I think, and that will bring the creativity out of people. Actually, people have a lot of ideas which they want to share, but the forum is often lacking. They don't know who to share it with. They're worried that they may be turned down without any explanation, and so on and so forth. So I think we have to be collaborative.
Yeah. Talking about that turned down, right? I mean, of all the people that you have had, I'm pretty sure that there are some introvert, there are some extrovert, there are some that dare to speak up and defend their ideas and believe in what they want to believe and try to put it forward. And well, there are some that felt that they are hiding behind their real ideas because of they are afraid of speaking up. How do you address this as a challenge in your organization to make it a bit more effectively handled by you as the leader there in CCN?
Okay, my message is often that we're in a boat, and we row together. Either the boat moves forwards, or the boat doesn't move, or it sinks. And if the boat sinks, we'll all lose our jobs. So I put it that way. So in fact, we all have a stakeholding in terms of rowing the boat and building a bigger boat, and scaling up the boat to let's say to a ship. But we all have a stake in it. So you're either in or you're out. That's one message I would say. I would put across. But on the more operational level, and in the groups that I mentioned earlier, what I would also do is to keep watch. You would keep watch and see who is quiet but may have ideas, and you can sense this from the non-verbals.
I see.
So those moments, what I do is I say, do you have an idea that you want to share? Because some people they're a bit shy to put their hands up. So it's the word that I always use. If it's not sukarela, then I would paksarela in a way, very polite way of paksarela. What do you have to say? And that's how that would bring them out.
So has that been always working with that method with this group of people under your care at that time?
Yes, because what also happens is at the end of the meeting, I go down the table, and nobody can keep quiet.
I see.
You have to say something, even if you say yes, I agree with the other guy, but say something, and that builds up the confidence.
I see. Okay.
The next time you'll say more.
Yeah, so the idea is not about the content of what they want to speak up, but more on building the confidence, living in themselves.
That's right. And when they have the confidence, they want to contribute more. That's
and our job as senior leaders to create that psychological safety so that they will be safe all the time to speak up whatever that they have in their mind, and we are there to support their ideas at the end of the day, isn't it?
Correct. And in fact, leaders also not to forget. Leaders build leaders. So if you want to be a leader, you have to build other leaders.
I see. Yeah. Okay, that is a very good quote, and I always believe in that. And for you to qualify yourself as a leader, you have to always see, is there any proof or evidence that you have built another leaders under your care.
Absolutely.
Now, hear that audience, and that was really nice coming up from Encik Ariffin based on his experience when he was leading CCN, and a lot more you can learn from him, from his other companies and or other challenges that he has had in his leadership moment, where we can learn a lot from how he overcome that moment using his working principles and so forth. Audience out there, we are so happy that we have learned from this short time how Encik Ariffin has overcome his challenges, especially when building people effectively or looking at high performance team under his care, so that the team can take care of the companies, and eventually the business will scale and grow.
Yes.
And therefore, I would like to invite all of you out there, do sign up for the next coming C-Suites Accelerator Program in August, because Encik Ariffin will be more available to see you, and he has abundance of wisdom and experience that he can share with you by then in August. So make sure that you go and talk to your HR, sign up for the program, have yourself sponsored to be part of the cohort, the next coming cohort in August. So we'll see you more. Thank you very much, Encik Ariffin, for having you around in this session, when we like to see you more in next coming August.
Thank you, it's been my pleasure.
For you guys out there, see you. Bye.